Hey y'all, hey, listen, I wanted to get on because I want to get straight to it. I am completely done with dealing with hoe ass behavior. People walk around and they say, I'm grown, I'm this, I'm that. Grand, be that. But what I don't understand is that now, when you being grown and you being an adult, how is it that you get these childish ass behaviors? It's hard, very challenging for me, and I'm talking about me. This ain't no subliminal. This ain't no trying to make nobody feel less than or greater than. These are my experience through individuals that I have had connection with, some form of a rapport with, that I've had an experience with. So when I come to y'all, understand that these are just like live reviews, right? So this all sums down to this for me, because I've been doing the work. I'm currently doing the work. And as I begin to just realize it, and I have to have, conversations with God. I have to go through that process of literally, God, if I'm out of alignment, or if this ain't it, you know what I mean, then help me help myself. And so I'm a vessel to whatever God, whatever assignment, whatever it is that I have to do. I've always showed up in the capacity in which I was supposed to. And I have no regrets. I have no regrets for those moments. The thing that just gets me, and it now allows me to see, and you really just have to accept people for who they are, and when they begin to show you at that time and that experience that you're having with them, accept it for what it is. And I'm just here to tell y'all, through some of my experiences, I have dealt with hoe ass behavior. And I used to feel so bad sometimes, like, because a person would always tell me what I am. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Oh, you that. Well, tell me what you are. Because the response that you're getting from me is because I'm making it make sense. And the shit that you are doing right now, it ain't making sense to me. So tell me who you are. And when a person can't open up their mouth and tell you who they are, or even if they do open up their mouth and they tell you who they are, and then it's not in alignment with the action and what they're telling me, that's bullshit. And that's just what it is. So if we look at it and understand, I am a person, I look at things both spiritually and naturally in this world that we are existing in, right? You have to, because if you're not aware of what is out there and what you could get yourself into, you'll find yourself in a pickle. And so yes, there are so many things that are attached to individuals and the way they are responding, the way that they act, back the way that they are treating you. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You have to learn to do the work. If you feel like you've had abandonment issues, if you feel like people have done you so wrong, draw back from people. Take a little time now to build yourself up. And see, that's what I'm taking the time out and I'm doing. I locked into discovery mode, and I understood, Tebony, your heart is too big. You've given so much of yourself that when you look up, that you have nothing to offer you. You've put out for so long that now when it's time for you to feel like, where can I draw from? You feel, but listen, I'm here to tell you, that's when the spiritual side now kicks in, because I am going to do what is naturally in my heart, right? God knows this about me. And see, when you know about you, and you know in areas there are places that you feel like, okay, well, I don't really feel no type of way in this area, and I don't really, connect this with that. That's when God will now, he'll raise up a standard, because he said, you know what, your heart has purity, right? But one thing about it, the God that I serve, he don't want you to play yourself like no fool either. And that's why I have to say, like, I've come to the realization that I've always had a grand village. Even when I went out into the wilderness, God always had me connected with people that literally has the underlining of my best interest at their hearts. And that's right there, that's the difference. See, I heard a lot of people say this and say that, and I'll even personalize it, even down to personal relationships, right? The men that I have had children with, I see them, and oftentimes I have to pray about it. And see, the way that I'm set up, and the way that I'm wired, and the way that I think, I really be having a drawback, right? Because we know when we become involved with someone, and it even further goes out to when you have a child with someone, it blows me how now, after having this child or children by someone, there's an opening that happens to where you see them in a different light, and how they operate and how they do things. And so for me, I've realized that the things that are said and was told to me didn't align with the action. So listen, love is an action word. Love is an action word. And when people take that and you formulate it into creation, I don't care. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, whatever. My children fathers, they do not drive me to the point of how they do me. I would do them. Now, granted, because there's always two sides to every story. And these ain't stories, these are experiences. They're experiences. Neither one of my daughter fathers have had to sit and really be bothered by child support, because I always felt there is no reason that I should have to have a white man, the white man, be in our business, and now have to tell you what you gotta do and what you gotta pay and what you... They didn't have to say that to you when you was playing in pussy, right? They didn't have to tell you that. However, we gonna keep it at that. I shouldn't have to tell you how a child grows. No. I should not have to tell you that. And I'm not going to waste my time telling you that, because you're a whole human being. You have grew from a young child to now an adult. And we speaking because we in our 40s. The behavior, the non-response, having to go through different individuals to get business done, right? That is bullshit ass behavior. It is. And so I look often around, and I even connect how we as women, and see, for me, I ain't being with no man. I ain't being with no guy, period, that ain't fucking with his kids. You can act like you don't know, but you know. And then what is so funny is the fact of that women will go through similar situations and have those situations like literally they're experiencing it on their side, but they will still sit and lay up with someone that ain't. Every man, and I'm calling man because there's a certain posture you have as a man and a woman. There's a certain posture that you take upon. And so I don't get that cycle of how a woman can be with a man that does not actively. And I ain't talking about just, I don't know why men get it messed up and think because child support is being paid or money is being given that this eliminates everything. It don't. It does not. And as long as we keep having this illusion that it does, we are going to stay in this rabbit hole of this continued out cycle. And I'm done with that. I'm done with it. You can't help nobody else until you learn to literally heal. You can think it. You can, hey, go ahead. If you want to drive yourself and drive yourself and drive yourself and drive yourself mad, go ahead. I've just come to a place when I realize even a man, I didn't have children by him, but even a man that I was with, friends, 20 years, right? 20 years put in, off and on. And our connection, when we first met, it was intended to be a one-night stand. That's what I had in my head. And it turned out to be something different. There are no regrets, right? No regrets. The only thing that I am disappointed is the fact of the words did not align with action. It gotta align for me. It has to align, enable for you to be able to have that cosmic flow. And I don't know, because I am a vessel, right? I cannot allow myself to just be like, oh, okay, because God has a funny way of making what you said, it'll come back around. So I pray in areas to where I feel like, now I'm still not gonna fuck with you in the capacity of which you think that I should, because that shit ain't adding up. And I'm not waiting or trying to calculate to do it. I'ma just keep going. I'ma just keep going. And that's the best thing that I could tell someone right now. Tap into you. Get tunnel vision on you. Because in the end, when it's all said and done, everything that you created, everything that you worked hard for, everything that you literally had to stay up sleepless nights and figure it out, it was you. I've never been a big person to like ask the man for anything, because I always felt like a man will always see and assist in the need. And anytime that you understand that, there's a different flow. And when a person can't value your authenticity, move the fuck around, please. Don't sit there waiting unless God told you to wait. some people is down to even fucking doing spells, love spells, and this, that, and the other. Listen, love on yourself. Before we can step out and truly love anybody else, you got to love on yourself. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself compromising the very things that I'm never going. Come on, I've been there, done that. And that's why this time when shenanigans came knocking on my door, the two people that brought the shenanigans, y'all can have that shit. Take that shit and go on somewhere else with it. Because I don't want to be a part of that. Some men like the rent, and some men, that's where they at in life. And you got to understand, sometimes you just got to give people what they want in this life for right now. And then, yeah, will they have to live with it? Yes. Don't we have to live with the things that we have decided to go with? And so for me, listen, I'm locking in. I got a daughter that is going to get through college. I have a daughter that literally is changing. She's changing the pattern. She's changing the patterns. So that's why I sell tea. That's why I have literally chosen to step away from some things and draw from them in a different way, because life has changed. Things are different. I put space and time in areas that have showed me. Now, I might not have made revenue, or I might not have broke even. But the valuable lesson is now that, hey, dust yourself off. Do it how you desire. Dreams change. People change. Things change. So why are we so comfortable with literally trying to hold on to what we always knew and how we always done things? Yes, there is nothing new under the sun, but there is new levels in which you have to embark upon. Do the work. It may be long. It may be uncomfortable. It may make you feel as if this is never going to happen for me. Oh, but it is. I want you guys to do me one. Please like and subscribe. Please follow the journey. I am just a vessel. I am who I am. Like it or love it. It really, it is what it is. But these are my truths. These are my live reviews. And I truly hope that you guys find a space within your life that you can take that time and just remember. If you want to be a part of the hub, please go to safe_space 365. Safe space underscore 365. So safe_space 365. Sending you guys love, light, and endurance in the capacity in which you guys need. And I will get with y'all sooner